let's go live. See what happens. Hello. Anyway, hello everyone. This is Dion Soul. I hope everyone is doing well, and it says that I am live. So, okay, then I guess I am live. But anyway, so what I'm doing today is I'm just going to fly the Piper Cheyenne to Sedona. So, like I've been doing in the past, I've been really liking the flights right around Double Eagle for FS Economy, and I've been having a good time with that. And so I thought, you know what, if I'm able to keep on drawing from this well, then I might as well take advantage of it. So anyway, so that's what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and get around here and fly to Sedona and go back and forth, and then hopefully we can get ourselves some people in the chat here just for the funsies, and then have ourselves some interaction here. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get rid of the static elements. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that right now. And we'll go ahead and pop on into the airplane. You know what? I haven't done that yet. We'll go ahead and go around the airplane. Version 1.2, like I said in previous videos, hasn't done much change and whatever. I did have one person waiting and then they disappeared. Oh well, you know, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. I guess I am just a boring individual. But all I care about is entertaining as much as I can and do what I can. So, but anyway, as we're scrolling around the airplane, looking at the scenery and all that sort of thing. Hope everyone is doing well. Just trying to get this thing going here. And everything looks fine. We did our received walk around. Go ahead and open this door here. If I can find the hitbox. There it is. Go ahead and climb on inside. Hitbox right there. There we go. Alrighty. So now we can go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and hit the GPU. Get our voltage on. And if people pop in, that's fine. I'll bore them to death. Go ahead and turn on our battery and go ahead and turn on our lights. Position light. As we are running off of the GPU, we'll go ahead and turn all that on. Put our props to from feather to full. Those ready to go. Get rid of that. Go ahead and get power to the bus. Turn on our environmentals, temperature of environmentals. Sedona is 5,000 feet. Put our pressurization here to 5,000 feet. And we can go ahead and start this. And I think somebody is coming to the house here. And it's Mr. Bug Eater 64 is in the house.
Yes, good morning, sir.
How are you?
Just peachy.
I just figured, what the hell? I'll just go ahead and just stream away. And whatever happens, happens. If I get a crash desktop, so be it. If everything is fine, that's fine. We know whatever. I'm actually getting more views on with this latest video I did on BitChute than I am on YouTube. So it is what it is. So I'm just, you know, just doing what I can. I don't know how your views are doing.
About normal.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm pipping the shit out of PayPal because eventually somebody will end up donating to me, which is fine.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was well done.
Yeah, it's just a little icon in the background, and then I put the little text on the top right there, so they know where to go. And then of course I have it in the link in the description, and that sort of thing. But yeah, so I thought I would try that out and see how well that works. See if I can start getting some hits, because doing this for 3 years now and haven't gotten not one hit as far as PayPal is concerned, and that's fine. You know, eventually, it just got to get the right people. At this point, I don't really care. If you donate to me, you donate to me. If you don't, you don't. You know, it is what it is. You know, and so far I've been getting a lot of don'ts. So, you know, But I'm going to do what I enjoy to do. That's what takes precedence more than anything, is that I do what I enjoy to do, and then if it all happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not going to worry about it. But I am going to put the
Yeah.
mechanics in, at least put the mechanics in, so if it does happen, if somebody starts floating, donations my way, at least they have a vehicle to do it. I know most people, they want D-Law, or uh, they want what do you call it? A Subscribe Star,
Patreon.
Patreon, Subscribe Star, but all those others take too much money out of you. Where people don't understand that when you do a PayPal, oh, the girls are outside. When you do a PayPal, the only transaction cost is the $4 charge. That's it. And then the rest of it goes to the content creator. Whereas if you do super chats and everything else, it all costs. YouTube takes 30%. And if you do a Patreon takes their 20%, 30%, whatever they take. And so yeah, so I mean, right now, from the way I see it, is that PayPal, is a cheaper way to go, as far as it's more incentive for a content creator to pimp out PayPal over the other services, because the other services, they want they want to take too much money, in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong in that assessment, but from what I understand, that's what I know so far. And if somebody tells me otherwise, then hey, it's all good. It's all right. I'm always willing to learn. That's what it's all about. That's what aviation's all about. Always learning. Always learning. So what have you been up to? Get some conversation going here.
Well, did the FS economy helicopter flight yesterday. Went extremely well.
Yeah, I saw that you only had like 2 gallons left or something like that in the tank.
Yeah. Well, there was no fuel available at the airport I left from.
Uh-huh.
And I had 26 gallons on board. All my flight planning said, carrying the packs I was carrying, it was going to take 25 gallons to complete the flight, 73 miles.
Right,
So
right,
I rolled the dice and went for it.
right.
And actually was able to land with 2 gallons left. So
Very good. Very good. I mean, yeah, you
uh,
conserve the hell out of that fuel.
oh yeah.
Very good. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's one of those things that you look for when you you gambled and won, but sometimes I've gambled and lost, and I end up
Been there, done that.
and I end up having to because it was my plane, I end up having just to abandon the plane. Yes, there is people out there that you can they send fuel to you and stuff, but I didn't want to deal with that. So at that I just gave up on it and just said, okay, fine, forget it. And then but yeah, you got to be very mindful of that. I've done that once. Lost a plane. I just wholesaled it out, got the money from whatever it was, and then basically it was a setback, and then eventually worked it back up. But it is what it is. So I learned that hey, you got to watch what fuel you got in there. That's why when I went here in the States, I always go to the K's, K whatever the ACA code or ICA code number is, and because usually that's either going to have unlimited fuel or it's going to have a user actually that sells fuel at that particular airport. So if I stick with the K's, I'm good. If I start to go to any littler airports, then it's a crapshoot. Sometimes won't be a problem, and other times it will be a problem. Just it is what it is. Okay, well, I just realized that I did the flight plan, but I need to invert it. Okay, so now it's inverted. And I need to flip.
Double Eagle 2 information Juliet.
Oh, we're taking off runway 4 this time.
1500 Zulu weather. Wind 320 at 12. Visibility more than 10.
3015.
Sky clear. Temperature 15. Dew point 1. Altimeter 3015. Arriving runways 04, 35.
Also, I've been noticing I've been trying too hard to try to make these things entertaining as possible, and it's like I'm putting in all this effort, and it's just like it's just you can only do so much. So I just kind of like, you know what, fine, I'll just fly. I'll just get in here, get in this airplane, and just fly, and whatever happens, happens.
That's all you need to do.
We'll go ahead and start engine number 2. And we're at 19% on our NG, so we'll go ahead and introduce fuel. This thing started. There it goes. Get rid of the on. There you go.
That'll be back.
Alrighty. Generator is on. Get rid of GPU. Generator went up in power, so take care of that. Turn pump number on. Start engine number 1. Above 20% or 12%. Really is a nice airplane. It really, really is. And I was kind of getting boring when you're seeing the same airplane on every video after video after video after video. But I'm trying to keep it real as I can. And so I'm kind of, this is my airplane as far as FS economy flights are concerned. You know, it's the go-to airplane. And we're going to go 12,500 feet. I could get away with 10,000. I don't think there was any problems in that, but we're just going to go 12,500. No, and I know I don't have to worry about the terrain. And I think there's nothing stopping us from releasing the parking brake and getting on our way other than just logging into FS Economy so we can get paid. I also need to go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and start. Trying to find it here. Trying to find it. Where are you? There you are. Let's start my SimBuddy.
SimBuddy is connected.
Alright, SimBuddy is connected, so we're going to get paid. And then I need to go, oh, I don't need to do that. You go like this. Download the weather, continue. Get some weather. And then once the weather is done, of course now it gives me a black screen. Why does that sometimes? Sometimes it does do that. It goes to black screen. I don't know why. But I'm just, like I said, laissez-faire, casual about this. I'm not trying to be, you know, anal attentive. I'm just gonna whatever happens, happens. I'm just gonna stream until my wife gets home from work, and then, like I say, just rock and roll. Okay, I don't know why that's giving me that. Continue. There we go. I clicked on the wrong information, I guess. Okay, so there it is right there. So that works now. Bear with me a second here as it's trying to do something that I didn't expect it to do. Weird. Okay, I'm just going to have to restart my weather engine. It's freaking out. Or I'll just say the hell with it. Alright, one more time. If it'll cooperate. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, then the hell with it. And we'll be on our way. Let's have clear weather. Oh, I see an airplane out there. We can go ahead and look at this airplane. Little airplane. Yep, he's taking out, he's just going to wherever. Very cool. So live traffic is working for the moment. Okay, while let's try to download the weather, I'm just going to go. So let's go ahead and just get on our way here. Let's hit it. go ahead and log into FS Economy. 216 gallons. We got 3 assignments. We do have 7 passengers, so we're good to go there. That's one of the reasons why I've been hanging around this area here in Albuquerque, is because I'm getting these one assignment having multiple passengers to carry. And so these areas are, when you find a little a trick like that, then you can take advantage of it. And if you had a multi like 10 passenger, 12 passenger airplane, you know, you can get away with it. But then again, this airport only will give me that much airport. You know, it doesn't give me a whole lot. Look at that crosswind. Wow. It was telling me
Double Eagle 2 information, Juliet.
354. So we'll just go down the other side of 22. We're gonna go down here. We're at 22 right now. Let's go down here to the end. This up, see what we got. There's 1722. And we got 35 and 4. What was the actual weather? Actual
Double Eagle 2 information, Juliet.
30. Well, actually, we'd be better off. We're actually be better off turning around and going, taking off of runway 35. Okay, fine. We'll just go straight. We'll just go down to, we're on what, Alpha? Yeah, we'll just go to Alpha, to Charlie, to Bravo, 35. That's what we'll do. Okay. That's what we'll do. Hello in the chat. Hello, chat. How are you today? On this Saturday or Sunday or whatever day it is. Sunday. But it's Alpha 3. No, we need to go to Charlie, I believe it was. I'm already out of coffee already. Sucks. And we got somebody else in the house besides me and Bug Eater 64, and welcome aboard. Hope you are doing well. We're just kind of doing a Sunday flight, and there they go. At least according to the little content viewer count. Oh, he saw me. I gotta go. Oh, whatever. So anyway, go down here and go to Charlie. We'll take off, and then we'll fly, get in the air, and head on to Sedona. Nothing special there. Hopefully, I don't get a crash desktop. Version 3.35 beta 3. I've been having crashes related to my weather program, where it says it's not pinging the weather right. So in other words, FS Global real weather thing is causing a crash to desktop. I don't know what we're speeding there. But 30 knots here on the taxiway. I'm not supposed to be over 20. Okay, this is A5. Did I miss it? I think I missed it. You know what? Then we're going to take off for runway 4. I think I missed it. I'm sitting here talking, and I think I missed it, so the hell with it. Take off for runway 4 then. That's fine. We'll have a bit of a crosswind. Let's have a bit of a crosswind of 13 knots. But the other crashes I've been having is with live traffic. Live traffic, I've been having crashes where it's trying to differentiate, if that's a proper word, between what airplane it is, and it goes and looks at my CSL library that's in the plug-in itself, and then to pick the appropriate flight model with what the airplane is in the real world, and unfortunately it gets crossways, and I end up having a bunch of Cessna 182s or 172s, but it's like whatever. So we'll go ahead and take off here at runway 4. Go ahead and turn on all our lights, even though I didn't have our lights on the whole time anyway. But nobody here, nobody cares. Okay.
I'm here. I care.
Well, you care. Okay, I accept that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're ready to take off. We've got everything set, lights are on, everything is on. Try to do a static turn here. We're at runway 4. And we'll go ahead and line up and go. Get my line up and go. Okay, get the tires, light the fires, and all other happy stuff. Let's rock and roll. All right, so that crosswinds, or that wind is fighting me a little bit. Pilot is engaged. 160 knot climb. Or 140. 140 is fine. See, my daughter's going out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do our nice flyby. I like those flybys. Those flybys are cool. But they only work really well is when you're making a turn. That's when I really like the flybys. And the autopilot is on, taking us 12,500 feet, and we are heading west to Sedona, Arizona. And then once we get to Sedona, we'll drop off the passengers and then regroup, do a turnaround flight, and then go right back to Double Eagle. Once we get up to 12,500 feet, then I will step away a little bit and then get myself something to drink. In other words, another round of coffee. Not much agriculture in Albuquerque, New Mexico. There's a little bit here and there, but not a lot. There we go. The reason why I'm only going 12,500 feet because I would be pushing that headwind, and I'm just trying to keep it low. I don't have to deal with the headwind as much. And now that we're at altitude, pull back on my props to a 19,000 or 1,900. Maybe some serious RPM. 19,000. Make sure our prop sync is on. thrust levers. Right around, how fast am I going? I guess 45 gallons an hour on each tank or each engine, i.e. 90 gallons an hour between both. There we go. Gear up, we can clean up our lights here, get rid of those, and strobes on, recognition lights we don't really need anymore. These smoking signs are already down, they don't work anyway, so. Okay, you can take your seatbelts off now, there you go. Forget those visual chimes on the yell out, the yell at the back of the cabin. I would like a Coronado to fix this, was pull for oxygen, and actually deplete the oxygen. That would be cool. But this is, again, this is a Coronado product, so I don't expect Coronado to fix that. Or, if Coronado doesn't want to do it, then Reality Expansion Pack folks create a Reality Expansion Pack for this, where you can fill up tanks and you know, do all the things that we do with the King Air 350 by Airfoil Labs. Have that kind of realism into this airplane. That would be cool. But then again, once I, you know, outgrow this airplane and I'm into the Premier 1, then, you know, this airplane won't be forgotten. It'll just be kind of like, well, I just don't use it that much anymore. You know, that's what will end up happening. But I do like my turboprops, so. I'll go ahead and do my pimping again. Definitely appreciate everyone watching. If you don't mind, there is the link right there that you can donate to this to help the cause, to help fight the good fight, and to this little tip jar there. Anything that you feel that I am worthy, I'd be greatly appreciated. Eventually, I'll be able to help the channel grow and be able to help me grow as a pilot. Everything is all good, because eventually, one day, I'd like to be able to have the financial resources to be able to do this for real, and then mix between the flight simulation and real world, being able to go to places and do things and throw it on the channel, and just basically have me be your eyes. How's that for a pitch? That sound okay? Be your eyes.
Oh, sure. Yes, why not?
Gotta keep it real. Gotta keep it real. Of course, if I was keeping this totally real, then I couldn't sit there and go get my coffee, and I couldn't use the bathroom.
Sure you could. You got an autopilot.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course, I did that the other day in the Twin Otter, and things didn't go so well.
Uh-oh.
But the chili dogs were excellent.
Very good. Chili dogs are always good. I haven't had a chili dog in a while.
Especially homemade chili.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So you're going to fly today? You're going to be, you got other things to do.
I may try to get a short one in this afternoon. I've got another helicopter flight lined up that'll, it's only 41 miles, but it'll net me over 3,000.
That's good. Nice short flight. It's a nice turnaround. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, with this headwind right now, excuse me, with this headwind right now, Yeah, it's killing us. Only doing 245 knots over the ground. Got 18 knot headwind. Doing true 261. This airplane always does good true airspeed, but you know, always in the 260s, 280s, along in there somewhere. But you know, that's not what counts. What counts is going fast.
Yeah, I'm slowly building up. I got 90 plus K in FS economy.
Very nice.
On my way to my 600K.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you want to get anything decent, that's usually how it is, you know. You know, you have to get I'm multitasking here. Yeah, you have to get the, you know, to be able to get, you usually have to get right around 600K to be able to get a decent airplane.
Oh yeah. Especially one that can carry a reasonable amount of passengers or cargo in order to make it a cost effective.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm only at 24,000 right now. At putting the GPS in this airplane really hurt me. But, you know, it is what it is.
It's an upgrade that pays off in the long run.
Yeah. I need it. And FS Economy says we are airborne, but I forgot to make it for the company. It says I'm doing for myself, so I guess it's going to be for myself on this flight, and then I'll hit for the company on the way back. Damn it.
Well, I've been doing just for myself, but I figure I'll build up the money.
Yeah. Yeah, I figure
the company later.
Yeah, you need to. You need to do most of it for yourself right now, anyway. Just like you said, to build the 600K, so you can get yourself a decent airplane. And I see my son is going off to work.
Yes, I didn't want you to think I'd forgotten you. I'm still for the company.
That's right, it's all about. For the company. At least it's not retail.
Yeah, I've been there, done that long time ago.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what airplanes are available between 550,000 and 600,000. And not a lot to choose from. We got the MU2 and whatnot, but got the Kodiak. You got a Kodiak out there for 581,000. But you really don't need to have. You don't really need to go over 10 passengers, because what I've found is that a lot of times, like these trips right here, if I had 10 passengers, I can load up everything I can do, go to Sedona, and then load everything up I can do there and go back, and then I flush myself completely out, where I'm done for the day. You know, just one trip there and one trip back, and I'm done, because I will have exhausted all of the available passengers that are available. And it's like, okay, well then fine, then let me have a big enough airplane that can carry, you know, 4,000 kilograms of cargo, and then when you do that, then now you're more than $600,000. Then you're into a bigger airplane, and usually the jets are the ones that are carrying the more cargo, unless you happen to do DC-3 or something.
Right. Which isn't a bad choice, because it's economic to fly, and it does carry a decent amount of payload.
Yeah, see, if you're cool with the DC-3, then of course the Kodiak, but the Kodiak doesn't carry as much. I'm sitting here looking right now to see what how FS Economy is setting up. What's the DC-3s? How are they setting up for DC3? There's actually nothing for sale for a DC3. Nobody's selling a DC3 right now.
That's weird because there was a number of them yesterday for sale.
Well, let me reset it then. Let me try it again. Oh, that's because I had the qualifier of $600,000. That's why. So there was nothing available for $600,000.
No, they're over $1 million.
Yeah, 900,000 is the cheapest, and it's got 742 hours on the airframe and engines.
Which isn't bad. That's low, really.
And see, they only have it set carrying at 75% fuel, only 2,733 kilograms of cargo, but it can carry 26 passengers. You'd think the DC-3 would carry more than that.
It can. I mean, it was the big hauler of equipment during the war and stuff. So
Right. Yeah,
that seems extremely low.
Yeah, 27. It's only 6,000 pounds. 2,733 kilograms of cargo. Burns 95 gallons an hour. There's 15 of them for sale, but they're all big money.
Yeah. While you're there, check the Cessna B28V.
Cessna 28, Cessna 208.
208, yeah. The Caravan.
Grand Caravan. Well, first off, let me reset this. I'll pop it back on the screen in a minute. Matter of fact, I'll put the screen in over here on that mode. Dash cam. I am looking it up. Okay, Cessna 208s. There is a bunch of them. Cheapest one is $630,000. It's sitting in Germany. Go ahead and jump back over here to the screen. It's sitting in Germany. The closest one to us. We got one in Alaska. Let's go with this 151-hour one. It's sitting in. No, that's Australia. That's too far. Brazil's not too bad. We got one here in Juneau, so let's go check out Juneau. Yes, he only got 1,100 kilograms of cargo, 13 passengers with 1,100 pounds of cargo. When you make the $15,000, $20,000 in FS economy per assignment, that's when you're rocking right around 4,000 pounds of cargo. And I don't, and I don't see them a lot, but I do see those jobs available. There's 32 Grand Caravans available. Okay, it's 1,100. So let's go to reset and then put in the Quest Kodiak. Let's see what the Kodiak carries. The Quest Kodiak is $400,000. Just because Vermont. Excuse me. It's only 850. Thank you. It's only 800. So the Caravan would be a better, cost a little more, but the Caravan would be better, has more cargo space at 75% fuel.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And it looks like YouTube is running about 15 seconds behind.
Yeah, it is.
That's one thing I did like about Microsoft's mixer. I mean, it was not instantaneous, but it was very low latency. I mean, it was really, really low. Their live streams was like, I would say no more than 2 seconds behind. Because I noticed on the stream that when I would click here, it would just like boom, it was already, before I looked from one camera or one screen, my right screen to my left screen, it was already done. It was already there. So that's one thing I did like about it, but nobody uses it because it's just not popular. Nobody cares. about Mixer. And I'm sure there's drama that was another reason why people don't use Mixer that I'm not aware of. Just get to look at the scenery. So I'm going to take this opportunity to go
Get some coffee.
get some coffee. I will be right back.
Very cool. Welcome back.
Thank you, sir. Coming up to Zoom right now. I'll log into somebody and see. Somebody doesn't have, their map does not have satellite, does it? I don't remember.
I believe it does. Or it did. It won't.
I don't remember. yes, it does. There it is. I found it. Okay. Over the Zuni reservation right now. Full screen here.
Yes, I see you on the map.
Very good.
Yes, according to somebody, we've got about 37 minutes remaining in the flight.
That's about right. That's about right. Guess I can look at my over here. Bring this up. See what see what the GTN 750 tells me. It says 35 minutes and 47 seconds. So yeah, they're pretty darn close to each other. If not, if you looked at it at a different time than I did.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's 5,000 feet. Roughly. That in. 12,500 feet. I don't know why it puts in 12,600 feet automatically. Because I am VFR, so you'd think it'd be 12.5. If you would know that, then hey, boy, he doesn't know that I'm VFR or not. But I don't know why it automatically calculates 12,600. I do not understand. I do need to also put in the ATIS. I'm thinking about it when it is time. Hop in and say, runway I need to land at.
See, now with my UH-60 Blackhawk, it can carry 5,408 kilograms or 12 passengers. That's not bad.
No, that's because you're, you like your helicopters. That might be a good option for you.
I'm a rotor head, yes.
I was being delicate.
I wear that badge with pride.
There's nothing wrong with helicopters. I'm just, it's not that I'm afraid of them. It's just that helicopters are like motorcycles. You're always afraid that, if you tip over, you're going to die. And if you, in a helicopter, if you don't have the control, but, they've proven over time that you have just as much control as anything else. But, I don't know, I've just always been leery of them. I guess you could say I'm scared of them to a degree.
They're a completely different animal to fly.
I guess you don't have much of a gliding ability, but you
Auto rotate. Yeah, it works extremely well when it's done right.
I was watching a video where a news chopper, one of the news chopper 5 or 10 or something like that, I guess it was, I forgot. They had a problem and they got it on the ground. You know, they're.
Is that the one where he landed in the parking lot?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he did a heck of a nice job.
Yep.
Auto rotate.
The other helicopter pilot. I guess they, even though they all work for different news agencies, they probably all know each other.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. Yeah.
It says my average watch time is 16 minutes and 16 seconds. Yay!
It's probably longer than mine.
Yeah. Well, it's just me and you, because I guess it's
That's
counting
true.
me and you, and because I'm monitoring it. Of course, we do have other YouTubers that I follow. Jeremy Geeks and Gamers, he's live right now, so he's all the people that know me that I've been putting myself out there in that community, in the Star Wars and Star Trek and all that kind of community. They all be watching. They would be watching me anyway. They'd be all watching him, so which is fine. That's fine. Not much to see right now anyway. It's usually the takeoffs and landings anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, because and that's one of the reasons I haven't been streaming is because if it's a longer flight, like you say, usually there's not a lot to see.
And if you have clouds, you're done there. All you see is
Oh
clouds.
yeah, absolutely. And lately, I have been flying, at least playing with some weather.
Yeah. Fortunately, where I'm at here, there is no weather, which is good, you know, for a change.
Yeah, nice, clear, high desert day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm SUNY Pueblo, New Mexico is the the closest aerodrome at the moment. It's altitude is 321, winds at 10 knots, or winds at 10 with 8 knots, and sky's clear, no cloud cover, no sky cover. Kind of.
Yeah, and you're getting ready to, you're approaching the Petrified Forest National Park.
Yeah, it sure is. What that looks like on the satellite. Show me. Never been there.
Neither have I.
It looks like. Looking at photos. Don't really see much of anything. Any different than looking at somebody's photos that they took of the area. And it just looks like a bunch of rocks and, you know, desert. Nothing special.
And just before you get to it, it looks like an old volcano cauldron, maybe.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm seeing some lava here. You know, rocks and lava and stuff.
just south of the big area there. Just about where it's east, almost directly east of where the satellite says Petrified Forest National Park. There's a dark spot. You zoom in on it, it looks like an old volcanic cauldron.
Yeah, my position in the sim, I'm a little far at the moment. I don't have a good visual.
Yeah, you're gonna pass probably well north of it on your present trek.
Yeah. I didn't notice that, but the Interstate 40 blows right through it.
Yeah, you've got 180 to the south of it, and I-40 goes pretty much right through the middle of the low area.
See, and if I had the money to do it for real in a real airplane, I would just fly over there for real. It's gonna go down and land on the road, you know.
Well, I hate to dash your dreams,
but
you and I are never going to have that kind of money.
No,
I'm sorry.
no.
Especially at our age.
Yeah, that's for sure. But it's nice
I
to
think
dream.
we made our bed and we're stuck in it.
Yep.
Although I must say, I may have made the bed, but I've had an awesome life up to this point.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Which reminds me, if you don't mind, you can always donate to me.
And please do.
Overplay it. Overplay it. All they can do is say no. Yeah, I watched Venom yesterday. Me and Lori went ahead and signed up for Stars for I think it's 3 months for $15 or something like that. So she thought, oh, what the hell?
Yeah, that's a good deal.
So for $15, so she signed up for it, and we watched Venom together. The movie wasn't bad. I liked it. I had no problems. It was nice to sit down and watch the movie. Wasn't heavy-handed in politics or anything that I really noticed that much, and if it was, I just kind of discarded it anyway. You know, I didn't care.
Oh, yeah.
It was the typical, big bad, corporate guy. Hollywood really does need to come up with other kinds of tropes besides the big bad corporate guy or the big bad capitalism or the big bad, they could come up with some other kind of thing. I don't know what they need to do. That's for them to figure it out, but they just need to come up with something else. It's been overplayed quite a bit.
Well, basically, Hollywood needs to start over.
Yep. Yep. Hollywood needs to start over. Just keeping my eye. I think, looking out the dash cam right now, I think the Petrified Forest is way out there in the distance. So I just I'm not going to.
Well, the Petrified Forest is.
Yeah, see,
you're looking out the dash cam there. Is going to be to
right
the left of the dash cam. Actually, you're going to be going through the middle of it. Yeah, it's direct. You're going through the middle of it. It's directly to the north and south of you.
Yeah.
You're almost at I-40.
Yeah. I'm looking at it from the wrong angle. Let me go over to this other one. Go out the right, left wing instead. Look the right wing. Left wing here. See, it doesn't really look all that different. I'm going out the right wing. Or, I'm sorry, the left wing.
No, the terrain's all pretty much the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I just flew over the. Matter of fact, you'll see it in a minute. But yeah, there's Interstate 40 right there on that shot.
Yeah.
It comes around. That's okay.
Yeah, you're just about to Sun Valley.
Just the nice hum of the turboprop engines just spinning away. I thought about going up to KWJF and just look around the airport and see if they happen to have one of these airplanes there. I mean, that would be a total happenstance. But go up there, have breakfast. Today would have been a good day to do it, but I didn't do it because I didn't know. If I would have known that Lori wasn't coming home from lunch, I would have taken the opportunity. She might not be coming home from lunch either tomorrow, so I might do it tomorrow morning, Monday morning. Go up there, just kind of eat breakfast, then hang around the airport, look at the airplanes, see if because the airport, KWJF is just a general aviation airport anyway, so it's not like there's a lot of traffic there in the first place. I'd have to go down the valley, go to Whiteman Airport or Van Nuys Airport or something like that. But then down there, they're not as KWJF. I can just walk in there and say, hey, I'm going to go look around the airport, take some photos and whatnot. And then, okay, Dion, go do whatever you want. We don't care. Just stay this side of the flight line, and we're all good. So
yeah,
they don't care, but. If I go down to
you're not going to do that in some of the other municipal airports.
No.
And definitely not at the bigger airports.
No. I don't even think I'd be able to get away with that in Whiteman Airport. Whiteman Airport would probably be a higher probability of seeing more variety of airplanes, but it's just not as big as the runway is. Lancaster just got a lot of room, obviously. We're in the high desert, but Whiteman Airport would have more airplanes there, but it stands to reason because, San Fernando Valley's got over 1 million, population. So you're going to have, you're going to go where the money is, and the money is where the people are going to be down there in the valley instead of up here in Lancaster, Palmdale. That's just the way it is.
Yes, sir.
Well, we are slowly working our way there. We still got a few more minutes before we can get to Sedona. We're still, 19 minutes to go, 80 miles away.
Yeah, that's about right.
And I'm waiting for ATIS to pop in to tell me that what the weather's like over there, so I can turn around and set up which runway I need to land on. Ourselves a look at once we get to I think we're coming up to Winslow, Arizona here pretty quick. Take a look at the crater again. I think that'd be about the only highlight of this whole trek is this trek going would be that.
Yeah, Meteor Crater Natural Landmark.
Yep. I'm up to 158 over the ground, so that's good. Got a 6-knot headwind, slowing me up a little bit, not too much. And we do have somebody in the house, and I definitely appreciate you stopping by, saying hi. Kind of in the go mode, just kind of cruising, not much really to say or do. Just kind of just Just chilling. All we can really do at this point.
Yep. Drinking our coffee and cruising.
Would drink the alcohol, but it hurts too much now. So. My body said, no more alcohol for you. You are done with alcohol. We're going to make your life hell. Okay. I'll be a good boy.
Sure.
I'll just do my evil, dirty deeds another way. Fine, body. I'll just have more ice cream.
That'll work.
The hell with you, I'll have more ice cream then. Let's get big and fat.
I beat you.
And not exercise. Yeah, well, you got a 10-year head start on me, so lucky you. 10-year head start on me, I think. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm 66.
Yeah, see, I'm 53, so yeah, you got 13-year head start.
You want to trade?
I'm good. Thanks anyway, but I'm good.
Just thought I'd offer.
Yeah, I appreciate the offer, but no, I'm good. I'm already...
Speaking of coffee, I'll be back.
Alrighty. Well, as we're coming into Winslow, Arizona here, we'll go ahead and cycle through the cams, or through the pictures here, and see if we see anything of interest. Okay, right here, that big old, that's Interstate 40 right there. Traveled that many times, going back and forth from California to Texas. That's where my family is. Actually going to regroup with it. Miles and miles, nothing. It is a very clear day. I tried to, according to my real weather that I have installed into the sim, it's clear. Dash cam. This dash cam is brought to you by how long I'd have it on for, though. I mean, as soon as I, jump to another camera or whatever, or something comes up, I guess I can just roll it over from one camera to another and do it that way.
Goody, I want to see it.
There it is. It is. Here's Winslow, Arizona. Standing in the corner of Winslow, Arizona. See, if I was on D-Live, I'd just play the song because I won't care. But I'm not on D-Live. I'm on YouTube. So that's not going to happen.
Got that right.
As soon as I would hear the notes of the Eagles, it would automatically would just say, okay, we detected copyrighted material. We're just going to stop you from playing the music until your music is done, and then once the bot detects it, then it puts it back. So if I could just migrate, you know, migrate over, have everybody migrate over to DLive when you're doing the live streams, that would be awesome. That way you can just do whatever you want. They don't care. That is one advantage that DLive does have the freedom to do whatever you want. And there's Interstate
Sedona
40.
weather.
There we go.
Wind 040
Now the
at 11.
popped in.
Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 15. Dew point -6.
040.
Altimeter 3009.
Okay, so zero. I got too many. Yeah.
Sedona weather.
Let's see, what is it?
Wind 040 at 11.
12150 is
Visibility more
that
than 10.
guard frequency? I think. Or is it 12250? I forgot. And we're gonna fly right over. You can see it just off of my nose right there. We're gonna fly right over the crater again.
Well, we're looking out the window.
Yeah, it hasn't got there yet. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that 15-second delay.
Yeah.
My bad.
15 seconds now, and you'll be able to see what I see right now.
Yeah.
Because now is now.
We just missed it.
Yeah. That was a great bit in Spaceballs.
It was. It was.
Spaceballs, that was a great bit. I loved it.
Yes, now is now. Oh, it
So
just
we can see this soon.
soon. Just like the crater.
Yeah, yeah.
There it is.
Of course, now my airplane, by the time it gets over the, get over it, it's just going to be, it'll lose it. Oh well. And that's about the only exciting thing on this whole trip. If I can go out here on the outside, there I can get that way, but then that breaks the emergency factor of the realism. Now you're not looking out the window of the airplane, now you're just going to have to. But it's still cool. I like looking at it. Still quite impressive, considering that it was out of the box X-plane. You wouldn't see this at all. But orthos do make a difference, even though they do have their shortcomings in certain areas and certain things. But all in all, orthos are worth it.
Oh yeah. I mean, they've all, like you say, even with their shortcomings, they help with the emergent factors. So,
Yeah. Then it's got to be people who like, who like scenery. Some people, they don't care about the scenery. It's kind of like, oh yeah, that looks nice. Okay, move on. That kind of thing. And I understand that. Everybody's different.
yeah, the org now just got an email yesterday about new ultra high definition sceneries have been released.
Yeah, yeah.
Trouble is, I'm a cheap son of a gun, and I don't want to pay.
No, I don't want to. I mean, I'm happy with my orthos. I mean, the orthos, yes, it makes me and my computer work to be able to put these orthos in the sim, but at least it didn't cost me, anything. I don't get paid anything. So because I don't get paid anything, I have to go on the cheap.
But those of you watching, if you want to help Dion
That's right.
improve his system, get better equipment, and to keep these wonderful streams going, hit
You're doing it.
PayPal
Play it,
button.
Play it, buddy.
Go
Play
for it. Help him out. Let's get this guy on the road so he can become our
Rich.
eyes to the world.
That's right. Become our eyes to the world. Exactly. Too funny. But you know what? Hey, it's a job. It's my job now. And taking care of my grandkids.
I hear that. And that's a job.
And that's a job. And now that my granddaughter is now old enough to go to school, now I'm going to be taking her to school. We're starting her out because she's 4. We're going to start her out half day. So we're going to start at 8 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock. And my daughter's going to take her to school, but then at 11:30, because my daughter's won't get off lunch time, I'll have to pick her up. And so, doing what grandpas do,
That's pretty cool.
got to do it. What do they say? They'd say it takes a village to raise a kid, and in our case, that's true.
Yep, that's true. Do it properly.
Yep. And Sylvia, the youngest granddaughter, she's at that age now. She's not quite 2 yet, so she's at that stage. And they're both case. They're both a case. They're both awesome. But I'm kind of biased because I'm grandpa.
I would never believe that of you.
Yeah. And there's Sedona, Arizona in front of us. I need to look and see if we already passed top of Climb, top of the sand. Yes, we did.
Yeah, he's only got 22 miles to go.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and pop up the props. Start losing altitude.
And although you still got the National Forest ahead of you, so that's going to be some miles.
Yeah, I'll only descend about 1,500 feet per minute, and then once I get, I'll stay right around 8,500.
Yeah, just to clear the tops.
Let me put that back up to 8,500.
Yeah, the configuration of Sedona's airport is interesting because you got to sometimes make a pretty steep
Sedona weather.
approach.
Wind
Yep.
040 at 11.
We're still
Visibility
040.
more than
We're still 040. Now let me see what runway I want to take. Runway.
The only way you wouldn't have to make a steep approach is if you followed the river through the pass that way, and that would be a straight in approach to one of the runways. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to take 03. So I'll just do a visual 03. I'll load that up. We got to do our vectors. We got to vector ourselves to it. So if that's the case, it's way out over there. So I'm just going to go continue on for a little bit. I'll get over the mountains, and then I'll make my turns and everything.
Yeah, because if you were able to use runway 21, you could go through the pass there where the river is,
Right.
and it'd be a straight approach. But yeah, you got to go all the way around it.
So I'll just let it go. I'll just take it all the way around. And I see we got 4 people in the house. Definitely appreciate you guys stopping by. Say hi. Appreciate it. Just sitting here, just flying back and forth between Double Eagle, which is Albuquerque, New Mexico, to Sedona, Arizona. I'm going to brain fart what you call the place. I just said it a minute ago. And just going back and forth with some FS economy flights, just making a little scratch for myself. And then the next trip back, I'm going to do it for the company and myself. Always got to have money for myself. Just kind of building up my finances.
Yeah, it's a long drag when it's just yourself or
Yeah.
trying
Oh,
to
and then
grind
of course,
through FS economy.
oh, I got to crash the desktop. That sucks.
Oh no!
That bites.
Okay, I'll see it here in about 5 seconds.
Yep. Okay, I got to crash the desktop, so now I got to find out why. Now I'm curious to know why. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the log. What does
And
the
then
log
cancel
say?
the flight so
Yep.
nothing happens in FS economy.
That really bites. Okay, this happened because of plug-in flying with EULA. Why would flying with... I'd never had that happen before.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Hmm.
That's a new one.
Well, let me see if there's an update for flying with EULA. Well, guys, again, I apologize. I mean, if I didn't have, if I wasn't streaming or I wasn't doing anything, my flights, no problem. As soon as I start adding in these other things, I get bit in the butt, and this time I got bit in the butt. So, didn't even get a chance to see it land. Well, at least the last video, you got to see it take off anyway. Oh, man. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm just going to have to shut everything down and then bring it back in because I don't think I can, because I have to do this flight all over again, and I don't think you guys are going to want to stick around and start from scratch all over again. I'm going to do from scratch anyway. I mean, I guess I could. I guess it doesn't really matter.
If you want FS economy credit, I think you're going to have to.
Yeah, and I do. Well, that really bites. Everything was going so good, too. Happy-go-lucky. Everything was happy. But I am running with 5-year-old equipment. So what we're going to do, should I do this? Should I do it or should I not?
Yeah, but I thought that was a software crash. That wasn't equipment.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me, I'll go ahead and load it up and we'll just continue on. I'm just going to push forward. Appreciate you guys sticking around.
Onward and upward.
Yep. That really bites. I don't know why this thing is loading because the X-Plane takes forever to load. Let me go to the org, and that was 247. Let me see if flying with LOA is, there's another update. I'm not going to update it right now, but at least I'll know if there is one.
You know, it looked like you were using the version from February of this year.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Go flying with LUE. LUE or LUA? I think it's LUA.
I think it's LUA.
All right. We're still loading anyway, so. But
Yeah, it's go have lunch, come back, and you'll just be about ready.
yeah, that's typical X-Plane though. That's the way X-Plane is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's one thing that I like. Yeah, it's one thing I would like for them to update is to make it so you can load the sim faster. But a lot of my problem is the orthos. Figure out a way to be able to, okay.
Well, mine is too. And all my stuff's on SSD, and it still takes time.
Yeah. Well, according to this, version 2.7.18, and it was last updated on May the 27th. Well, I've got that one, I believe. I'll go ahead and put it in my. I'll go ahead and see if it's going to say, yeah, you've already got the same thing. So, why this thing is loading?
It shouldn't, because on your log it said it was version or from
1.7, but
February.
Right. This one right here says version 1.718. Yeah, see, the latest version I have is 1.7. The one that's installed in the sim right now is version 1.7 or 2.7.12. So there is a bit of an update on that.
Yeah, because
But
that one was from February of this year.
yeah. Well, okay. But like I say, I don't, I've already got the stream going and everything else, and I've got some patient people in the house, so I'm just gonna try it again and see. I don't think I can just go over it. It'll probably freak out.
Oh yeah, you'd have to stop the sim and
Yeah.
reload. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So we'll go ahead and that. Now I need to go back to FS Economy. I did. Well, at least I have the opportunity now to tell it to fly with, a sim buddy. Now I've got it set up where I can do a solo swings flight, so it's me and solo swings will get paid this time. So that kind of it worked out in that regard. But yeah, this is version 1.18 or 1.8. Mine is 1.2. Okay. Hey, there we all are, and somebody left the house. Oh, I'm sorry. I tried. So, all right, here we go. That sucks. That really sucks. You know what? It's just me and you, Bill. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stop the stream, or just
Very cool.
let the stream go, and I'll go ahead and just add. I'll just add. I'll add flying with Eula real quick. I got nothing to lose. I mean, just me and you. All good. Can you just copy right over what you already have, or do you need to do a fresh install?
I think you can just copy right over it.
Just adds the new or the updated files. That would be better.
Well, I just take the zip and then put it in the plugins and let it do its thing.
Okay. Because I got some of the other things that are already in there. So. That in there. Okay. Do you want to copy over some files? And I'm going to say yes. Okay. That means all my stuff, my scripts should still remain. They are. Okay. Good. Good. Now that I got a black screen. Of course, at least they can hear me talking and me doing my thing here. So that's that. Now I'll go ahead and restart the sim. And I did have a spike. Four people were watching at one particular moment in time. I guess what I could do is when this is done, then I can go in and edit this and shrink this part down or whatever, but I don't know. Like I said, it's just total whatever. This is why I need I need to have this channel start making me money. So I can sit there and keep my stuff updated. But even though it wasn't a hardware problem, but I'm going to use that as an excuse. What do you think? He can get away with it?
Oh, anything's possible.
So now I'm only going to get the one flight. I was planning on getting the two flights in. Now it's back and forth before Lori got home from work. But now that this happened, I don't think so. I don't think so. We'll be lucky if we get the one done. That's okay.
Yep.
It is what it is. Trials and tribulations when you're working with betas. I was thinking about buying another SSD drive and then just have and then plug it in and then have that one be my Linux, and then put X-Plane on Linux instead of it having to try to be on the same hard drive. Have it two separate, and I would just tell it to, hey, boot from this drive, and then that way go into when I would load my computer, I would tell the CMOS to do this one, and it would load from that hard drive, so it'd be two separate, completely separate entities. First time using EULA. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. Damn it. Okay. Well, I gotta go in there and turn that off. Got to get rid of it. Do that. I gotta go into it's moving around my mouse. Give me a hard time. That's fine. I'll go like this. Plugins. That's fine. With scripts. And a script that says, please read the manual, delete. Come up here, and then you tell it to reload all scripts. There. Problem solved. Okay. Boom. Everything back on. Beacon on. Rid of the yokes so we can see what we're doing. The other buttons on. All ready to go. And let's try this again.
Okay, explain.org, fly with Lao, NG, next generation, 2.7.18.
That's what I just installed.
Yeah, submitted June 28th, 2017. Updated May 27th.
So yeah, I just had an older version. What it boils down to. And X-Plane 3.5 Beta 3 didn't like it because I haven't had it. That's the first time in a very long time I've had a EULA problem. Usually it's EULA is usually rock solid for me. Never really have any problems with EULA. All right, so that's all done there. I'm just looking to make sure everything is good. We're logged into FS Economy again. So we're good to go there. I think I can start this airplane and then get going. And I do have 45 hours on this airframe again until the airframe is updated. See, that's what, like I said in one of my previous videos, I wish I could take, what file that is that saves the Hobbs meter, and I'd like to add 53 hours to that, to the airframe, because that's what I had before this version 1.2 update for this airplane. But so basically I had to start over, but I've got 43 hours in this airplane now. Okay. I gear down because everything was crashed. The desktop, everything was up. That takes care of that. That. Go pump on. Engine number 2. Introduce fuel. Generator power. Yep. Generator is on. Start engine number 1. Fuel. Taxi light right now, just because I'll forget. Turn on our avionics. Flight plan. Catalog. Flights. Good. I don't think it might change, but I'll go ahead and put runway 3. That way that's done now that I know. And on the Avidyne, traffic on. Forward. Not going to have any weather, so about that. The Avidyne's good. That's good. Making sure I have all my checks. Looks fine. All right, let's try this again. We are good to go. Seatbelt signs are both on. Everything is good. Everything is secure. All right. Start that. We'll go ahead and get the ATIS for here. Or did it automatically load the ATIS for here? It did.
Double Eagle 2 information Papa.
15.
1600 Zulu weather.
15.
Wind 310 at 10 gust 18. Visibility
Gust
more
18.
than 10.
Well,
Sky clear. Temperature 19. Dew point -4. Altimeter 3015. Arriving runway 22.
runway 22.
Departing runway 22. Advise on initial contact you have Papa.
Interesting. Oh, it changed. The wind changed on me. That's fine. All right, let's hit it. Let's go. Let's see if we can do this flight now. Gotta crash the desktop. That sock is looking at that wind. That wind's right at my back. Well, let's give it a shot. November 502 Delta Mike is at runway 22 for straight out departure. Rolling takeoff. Okay, full power. Feel that wind. Wind's beating on me. Come on. Maybe I can. Somebody says a log from. Somebody says. doesn't look like, oh, that's why. I'm gonna get my altitude up. Again, we're pitching at 20 degrees right now. That's a bit much.
I won't tell anybody.
Okay, take two. Let's try this again. FS Economy accepted the flight. We are flying for solo swings this time. So we are good to go. We are in the air. So let's see if this thing is going to cooperate this time. Levers to 45 gallons an hour, which is going to be right there, and back the props back to 1900 RPM. There's 2000. On our thrust levers here. Give her a bit of turn so we can still spot. I've already done my talking and everything I could do to entertain the audience on the first video before, or the first half of this flight before I got crashed desktop. Now this is going to be boring. Nothing. And also I got to turn on. Well, I do got to turn on my generator here. That's exciting.
And unfortunately, I'm going to have to step away.
Yeah, I wish we would have been able to see the landing, but yeah. This will be on YouTube, you know, as is. I'm not going to do anything to it. It's just, it is what it is. Mistakes happen, and crashes the desktop happen. So, you know, yeah. If I can get through this, we'll see the landing anyway.
Well, I will catch you later because I'm going to go see if I can get my flight in.
Alrighty.
Later, dude.
So for the next hour, or how long it's going to be, it is going to be 56 minutes. That really sucks. I lost a lot of time there. But that's the way it goes. Now we can see an airplane coming in. Dash cam it is. Well, let's see what's going on here. Let's see, we don't have much to do here. I want to jump over here onto, let's see if anybody else is streaming or anybody else is doing something. I know Jeremy was streaming earlier, but he did say, once some person asked, hey, can I stream your content? And he said you can do a little bit of it. And because he said you can only do a little bit of it, and I'm doing a live stream where I just, unfortunately, my streams need more than just a little bit. So, and when I talked to Nerdrotic said, I don't care what you do. I'm not much of a Doctor Who fan, but not much of a Doctor Who fan. I know Nerdrotic likes it. Nerdrotic doesn't care if I stream his content, so go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do Nerdrotic here.
Nerdrotic.com.
Welcome back to Nerdrotic. My name is Gary Beekler, and I come to you from Nerdrotic.com, and we need to talk about the bosses of Doctor Who, Chris Chibnall and the BBC. They have absolutely no shame. Now, in my last video, which I did about a week ago, link will be in the description, I talked about the possible return to the Russell T Davies and early Moffat eras. Well, Screen Rant talked about it, but we do have a confirmed return of the Jadoon, possible return of Osgood, and rumors of Rose, which I highly doubt. But it looks like we are not actually getting a return to that era. It would be nice. I don't think the current crew is capable of it, because those series were fun. They were actually fun, thrilling adventures. That's why we watched Doctor Who. Not a lot of deep thought going on in the Doctor Who episode. They are certainly intelligent, but not really that deep. And that's why I enjoy it. It's escapism. Doctor Who is perfect escapism, but not anymore. And certainly they have had historical figures in the past. And while anytime a historical figure is used, you can certainly say it's exploitive, because it is. Hollywood and the BBC don't bring in historical figures or do historical dramas to actually teach anybody a lesson, because they're overly dramatized. They change too much of the actual history. Even in the Great Chernobyl, there is a lot of changes, and it's done to make money. It's done to get attention, to make money for the company that is creating the show. It is not done for the greater good. As much as they say it is, it's not. The Rosa episode was a great example of superficial wokeness and political correctness. We are told these episodes are made to create conversations. Well, the only conversation created by Rosa was, why are there space races? and it didn't move anything forward. And they decided to weave in the Doctor and her companions and put them on the bus so we could all experience the guild together. And it won exactly one award, I think, and that was the whole reason that episode was made, and they had to make up that award to do it. Well, it looks like they want to double down on this with the second episode of Series 12. This comes from Cultbox. From Cultbox, written by Andrea Layford, Doctor Who Series 12 Episode 2 features French resistance heroin. And sometimes, in these current times, I wonder if I should have taken up heroin myself. We previously reported that Belgian actress Aurora Marion will guest star in Doctor Who Series 12. A further look at Marion's Instagram account reveals she will portray World War II wireless operator Noor Inayat Khan, posthumously awarded the George Cross for her service in the Special Operations Executive when she fought real bad guys. So here we are in these hyperbolic, divisive political times, and we have so much of our entertainment playing into what is really overblown narratives. Certainly there are bad factions out there on all sides, but the show that used to bring people together, be a message of hope, is going to use this woman's story to not so subtly push their agenda, and score themselves some woke points within their very elite community so they can pat each other on the back at their cocktail parties. And yet Khan was a British woman's auxiliary Air Force service member of Indian and American descent, trained for wireless operation and fluent in French. As an SOE agent, she became the first female wireless operator to be sent from Britain into occupied France to aid the French resistance during World War II, and is Britain's first Muslim war heroine. Again, I don't want to show this woman any disrespect, so I will link 2 videos from here on YouTube that tell you the story of her life, because I do think it should be told, just not within Doctor Who. I don't think Doctor Who is the place for this. Now, I did live streams right after every episode of Series 11, and I did one for Rosa. And within that live stream, I jested with the people in the live chat that, well, now that we've done this, where are we going to go next? Are we going to go to those evil German places where people went and they did not return? Of course, I'm not going to name them because YouTube doesn't like it. And I'm not going to name those Germans. I'm just going to call them the evil Germans. Again, I was joking, but it looks like we are going to go there, and that's the problem I have with this story. If they were telling the early story of her life, I wouldn't have much of a problem with it. But we are telling the story of the end of her life and where it ended. In October of 1943, Noor Inayat Khan was captured and interrogated by the Nazi occupation force, and after 2 escape attempts, wish she would have gotten away, was executed at Dachau, September 13th, 1944. The tag on the wardrobe indicates Inayat Khan's execution scene will be featured in scene 75 of episode 2. Chris Chibnall and the BBC have absolutely no shame, and before I get clapped back, be careful not to be hypocritical, because if some hardcore right-wing Christian organization decided to do a biopic on any historical figure, everybody would have a problem with it because of the political bias. And I don't see any difference here at all. And I think this is pure exploitation. But it gets worse. Though Noor Inayat Khan has the same surname as the Doctor's companion Yaz, there is not yet any information on whether or not it will be revealed in episode 2 that they are related to each other. And considering the new Who fandom, I wouldn't be surprised if they started shipping the Doctor and this Khan like they are shipping Yaz and the Doctor. And that's where we are with Doctor Who. And again, Chibnall and the BBC have absolutely no shame exploiting this woman's story for their ends. Now, an interesting development. The Instagram has been removed since I started recording this video, but good thing I saved it. Aurora Marion probably removed this from her Instagram because it's a spoiler. But she might have removed it because it's a spoiler of a very controversial episode, and the BBC and Chris Chibnall aren't ready for the clapback that they're going to get. And the response we're going to get if we criticize the episode, because I haven't seen it yet, but I certainly don't like the content I'm hearing, the argument we're going to get over here is we're alt-right trolls, or we're from a certain side. No, I want Doctor Who to be fun, to be BBC for everybody, and I know what the biased BBC is all about. Let's not mince words here. They're about pushing their agenda, and that's why they are using this brave woman and exploiting her and using Doctor Who to do it. And it's foul, and it's deceitful, and it is dividing fan bases left and right. We have to deal with this in Star Trek and Star Wars and Marvel Comics, and we're sick and tired of it, and we're sick and tired of being attacked because of your superficial storytelling and you trying to shield yourself from criticism using historical figures, exploiting historical figures, and using identity politics to hide behind. This is Hollywood we're talking about. This is the BBC. These are superficial people telling superficial stories with the human depth of your average puddle.
Nerderotic.com. Please subscribe.
Gary's awesome. No doubt about it. Gary is awesome. Let's see who's out here that I can sit here and showcase. Like I said, I got Gary. Gary's said plenty of times that, I don't care. You can do whatever you want. My content, I don't care. As long as you don't make any money from it. So, you don't have to worry about that. What's his name? And a good old what's his name? Oh, no, movie blog. He didn't care. Movie Dion, do whatever you want. Or I just stream content that's just too big that nobody cares. I was going to throw some music in here, but if I do that, then that will be the end. That'll be the death of the stream right there. Well, I guess we can go ahead and play. Go ahead and play. Let's see, Gary had another one here. Where's Gary's other one? I would do wish upon a blog, but I haven't gotten permission from the illustrators to do content yet. Oh, there's yesterday. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do.
Welcome back to Odin's movie blog. I am the critic.
He's got his audio down really low.
I've got a setup going on right now because there is a showing going on at my house.
All right, so what I gotta do.
Going on, and so I had to move up. And luckily, my parents were in town,
pause
so
him
we're
real
over
quick.
there.
He's got his audio set really low here, so what I gotta do is gonna go in here and the audio. I got that one up to the max, yes, so I'm going to pump X-Plane down. There. Be a little better.
Their place, and that's why I had to bring my Samson Go mic since it's portable. Didn't want to mess up or screw up anything in my room while all that stuff is going on, and so I'm using.
See, I
my
saw this
laptop,
over on BitChute. I didn't see it over
Samson
here
Go
on
mic, so
YouTube.
the audio quality is going to sound a little bit different.
That's why you didn't see me.
I'm going to look a little bit different because I'm also using the internal microphone, or rather the internal webcam, which actually, in all honesty, doesn't seem to be that bad. But I did want to talk about this story because it is something that is very near and dear to my heart as a huge Star Wars fan. Mark Hamill says that Luke has a curtain call role as a Force Ghost. So it has been confirmed that his role is indeed a Force Ghost. It does indeed confirm that Ryan Roundhead Johnson has indeed killed off Luke Skywalker, has indeed killed off one of the greatest. That in the end of the day, we're going to get a Force Ghost, and this is going to be a curtain call role, meaning that he is done with Star Wars. And it's really sad to see this. It's really sad to hear that he is just kind of writing it off and riding off into the sunset, and that this is the trilogy that we ended up getting. Instead of getting a trilogy where the big three were put back on the screen for just one last time to put them back on the big screen together, instead of giving them some really great story arcs, instead of letting them have the final story arcs, while also at the same time on the lower end introducing new characters, which is what a good story would have done in the first place. Instead, we got what we did, and obviously Mark Hamill showed his frustration with that throughout filming, and I just want him to know from the bottom of our hearts as the fans that we're going to miss you, that we're going to miss your version, your adaptation of Luke Skywalker, that we really wanted to see what Luke Skywalker was going to be, especially after all of us, when there was that lull period between the original trilogy and the prequels, when we had nothing but the novels. And, I'm just getting into the novels myself. I am catching up on them. I finished Thrawn trilogy, the Thrawn duology, and those stories would have been so much better, so much cooler. But of course, Disney comes in and has to make those non-canon. But now I'm even reading the canonized Thrawn stories. I finished the first Thrawn, and now I'm in, the second Thrawn story, and it's still very, very cool to see just these different aspects of the world and this rich world that was built by George Lucas. And it just really does frustrate me. It makes me so sad. It makes me so upset that this world has been almost essentially destroyed by Kathleen Kennedy, by Rian Johnson, by J.J. Abrams, and by this entire crew that just does not seem to give a damn about the current state of Star Wars. It does not seem to care about the fans. Does not really seem to care about what is going to be best for Star Wars moving forward. Because if they honestly think that they're going to be able to continue the story of Rey and to be able to continue the story of Finn, and that they can do so without the original characters, without any of the original content, I'm sorry, but if you honestly think that you've done enough to establish those characters, and you can try and say, oh, you haven't seen the last film yet, so you don't know that. Based on what we've seen so far, we can be pretty confident that you're not going to be able to pull it off. But at the end of the day, all I can really say is that I'm very upset.
Somebody stepped in the house.
I'm very sad to hear that Mark Hamill not only is coming in as a Force Ghost here, when I really just wish he would have instead,
so now we're redoing the flight all over again, and
else, that would have been
I got nothing really to add because I shot all my wads, so to speak,
Mary Sue,
back at the start,
Rey, which is still going to be Mary Sue, though of course
of the video when
maybe her parentage is actually going to be a lot bigger.
And so now I'm just back in here, and we're just listening to
and I think
the
that,
community.
Honestly, in all honesty, I think that
watching community videos of our community,
all the stops
why we are
as many fans
trying to get ourselves back to
Sedona, that in the end,
after the
just because
hard drive crash,
you have J.J. Abrams coming back, and he get, I still, to this day, say The Force Awakens was a terrible film. Yes, I was pissed off that we didn't get the original 3 on the big screen again, but that at least could have been forgiven had it led to some really cool moments, which just got totally destroyed and completely ignored by, Mr. Soy himself, Mr. Rian Johnson, still going after people on Twitter. Seriously, please officially cancel his trilogy, because that's one way that you can just get fans a little bit closer to coming back. Seriously, have that happen. Have The Mandalorian be amazing, free from identity politics, and maybe, just maybe, you'll actually crack the $1 billion mark when it comes to Star Wars Episode 9. But until then, all we have is what you've been giving us. All we have is what's been given to us by The Last Jedi, by the response from Lucasfilm, by the response of, obviously, we don't care about our fans, we don't care about what they want, we don't care about what they have to say, downplay, distort. And at the end of the day, I think that the legacy of Star Wars is going to be eternally tarnished by this so-called sequel trilogy. And when you have people like Mark Hamill here, who, even though I myself disagree with him on almost everything when it comes to politics, at the very end of the day, the fact that he himself is going to be going out this way, and going to be going out in a way in which I'm sure he and many of the fans as well are really sad to see Luke Skywalker go. And it really isn't Luke Skywalker, at least the Last Jedi version was Luke Skywalker. It's really sad. But guys, what are your thoughts about this? Do you think that him being Force Ghost is the best thing, as far as the story goes? I know that a lot of people in the comments are saying, I'm done, I'm just moving on from Star Wars, and hey, I don't blame it, I totally understand it. I will say this much, the novelizations out there, especially the audiobooks, are really good. Go back to the so-called non-canon books, Thrawn Trilogy, Thrawn Duology, Outbound Flight, all those are excellent novels written by Timothy Zahn. But even his newer stuff, even the Disney canon stuff, is still well written because it's still Timothy Zahn. I highly recommend the newer Thrawn story to find out more about his background, because it truly is brilliant. And if you get the audiobook version read by Mark Thompson, just to hear his voice of and have him build himself up, it's really cool to see. So it's sad that we're doing better stuff in the novels, and they're taking more care of the novels and taking more care in the things outside of the film when it comes to the films. smash the like button, give thumbs up, and give me subscribe. It's going to be a hard one today because obviously the audio quality and image quality is not going to be nearly as up to par as it is. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and as always, God bless.
All right. Let's see what else we got on the docket here. I haven't got any permission from Pewds to do his video, so obviously I'm not going to do that. Haven't done anything from Doomcock yet, so I can't do anything of his. John Talks, I reached out to John Talks, but I don't think he understood what I was asking when I shot him, when I was doing it over the text. He wanted me to DM me on Twitter, and I don't do Twitter, so that kind of fell through there. That never did happen. So, unfortunately. Becca Random, same. Haven't gotten permission from her yet. Like I say, the channels that are so big that, you know, doesn't matter, then I'll just do those.
Is this really going to be your last Star Wars appearance?
I sure hope so.
Nerdrotic.com.
Welcome back to Nerdrotic. My name is Gary Beekler, and I come to you from Nerdrotic.com. And this is a very quick Star Wars video. I rarely do one. Can't promise too many more in the future. But living here in the outer edges of the fandom menace in the Doctor Who Star Trek division, yes, I used to be a giant Star Wars fan. Had been for decades. I remember a time before there was Star Wars. I remember when it was released. I bought all the action figures. I had Bantha tracks. I was in the fan club since I was a wee little boy, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. Not a prequel fan, but after seeing Disney Star Wars, I appreciate them slightly more, but not much. I still think they mostly suck. But they're not as bad as Disney Star Wars. Disney Star Wars is proof that a soulless corporation can't make anything with soul, and Star Wars requires soul. The fandom has it, but the creatives do not. Now, you know, I'm not talking about the lower levels, the big decision makers. They just treat it as a Star Wars widget. J.J. Abrams produced literally a Star Wars widget, and Rian Johnson set everything on fire with his perfectly round head. So there we are. I walked out of The Last Jedi with a headache, saying I would never give Disney or anything Star Wars my money again, and I have kept to that. I gave away all my action figures to my patrons. I am done with it. So yes, my feelings are non-existent. They are apathy. That is it. But something twinged today when I saw a Collider article with Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill hopes he's done with Star Wars after the rise of Skywalker. Well, I think he is. And who could blame him? But hearing that, it really sums up everything that's happened. So for all you people who say everything's going great with Star Wars, Mark Hamill hopes he's done with Star Wars after the rise of Skywalker. Just let that sink in. Since Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker has long been touted as the 9th and final installment in the core Skywalker saga of Star Wars films, it should be without saying that the character who started it all, Luke Skywalker, will be well and truly wrapping up his story. And it also goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway, that for the people in the back, that franchise star Mark Hamill will also be bidding a fond, I'm not so sure fond, farewell to the title that made him a household name. This doesn't look like a fond farewell. It looks very bitter. It looks very sad. It looks very tragic for Mark and the fandom. If this were any other franchise save the comic book movies, Hamill's send-off would have ended with The Last Jedi thanks to his heroic? Not so sure. Actually, it was cowardice, but it wasn't Mark Hamill's fault. It was due to the perfectly round-headed hack of a writer, Rian Johnson. Last stand of sorts, and his heartfelt, again, full stop, that was not heartfelt. No, it was heartbreaking. It was a stab in the heart, followed by mockery from Rian Johnson. Heartfelt goodbye to all those near and dear to him. But because Star Wars is Star Wars, nope, Hard stop again. Star Wars is not Star Wars. I think a lot of people have made it abundantly clear this is Disney Star Wars. This is not Star Wars. It's a completely different brand that just happens to share the same letters as the previous brand. And they put them in the same order and they make them look pretty much the same, but that's it. And all the Force-attuned Jedi Masters have a way of drifting back into the story as wisdom-dispensing Force ghosts. Fans have assumed that Hamill would return for one last slightly transparent appearance. Well, in a new video interview, Hamill himself seems to confirm as much.
Is this really going to be your last Star Wars appearance?
I sure hope so.
Why?
Well, because, I mean, I had closure in the last one. I mean, the fact that I'm involved in any capacity is only because of that peculiar aspect of the Star Wars mythology where if you're a Jedi, you get to come back and make a curtain call as a Force ghost.
First of all, is that a grown-ass man asking him if he's really dunsy-wunsy with Star Wars? Second, look at how flippant that comment is. Look at how little Mark cares. Look at how sad this is. They are just done. I bet you he was so excited when this whole thing started out, when he signed the deal with Lucas and thought things were going to be great, and look at how it turned out. I imagine this is what it would be like if the Beatles had gotten back together, and it's a good thing they didn't. I think we see an example of you can't go home again, and it is just sad. A giant soulless corporation, which on paper looked like the best ones possible to carry on the Star Wars legacy, absolutely destroyed it and can't wait to get rid of the original three. I'm glad Hamill will get a chance to distance himself from Star Wars. Red Letter Day, I'm agreeing with Collider on this one. And focus on his voice acting career. After The Rise of Skywalker arrives this December 20th, which will be a very interesting time in YouTube. Not really in the theaters, though. The man has dedicated his life to the role and its millions of fans, but he's also done a ton of other worthy work, I think you meant ton, in the years since. It'll presumably be nice for him to transition away from the endless barrage of Star Wars questions, though I guarantee that since Disney will keep this Force train rolling for decades, not so sure about that, to come, he'll also likely be involved in some capacity with future projects. Time will tell. Time will tell is a mantra around here. A lot of us are just going to have to sit back and wait and watch some of our favorite franchises fall to pieces. Star Wars, Star Trek, Marvel Comics, Doctor Who, just to name a few. So when it comes to the poorly titled The Rise of Skywalker, it certainly looks like JJ brought him back just so people would think he was actually in the movie more than he really is, and I think Mark is trying to tell us that. It looks like he's only in the movie for a minute or two. Now I understand why JJ was working so hard to get that $500 million deal done with Warner Brothers before The Rise of Skywalker comes out. There are many facets to Star Wars, and there's many ways Disney can make money off it, but the one that makes the most money, the one that is the most universally loved, the one based on the Skywalker saga, the one based on the original trilogy, and that just went out with a whimper.
Is this really going to be your last Star Wars appearance?
I sure hope so.
Nerderotic.com. Please subscribe.
Like I said, Gary's awesome. Alrighty, we're almost to the point where we had our crash, but not quite there yet. back to where we were on our sound settings. We're coming up. We're past Meteor Crater. We do need to ping and get the latest ATIS. So let's go to see if we have Winslow, Arizona available to us now.
Winslow Lindbergh RGNL weather.
315.
Wind 290 at 6. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 21. Dew point -6. Altimeter 30.
We're tuned in on Sedona right now. I'd like for aircraft developers to create, you know, now that they've given us the 750, give us a 650, and I would buy the 650 because over on the developer for the GTN 750, if you have, if you bought one, you can buy the extra one for half off. So I would buy the GTN 650, and I would love to have it down here where these two, you know, where the VHF COM and VHF nav are right there. That'd be pretty cool because that is COM 2. It's not a big deal, but it's kind of nice. I don't think we have a switch to turn on COM 1 and COM 2, do we? No. But this is enough room right here. You can put the 650 right there. But they would have to put the, you know, the stuff in for it. Right there, I would get rid of this. I've already got it right here. We're just kind of being redundant right here. Not necessarily a bad thing, because I guess if one goes bad, you got the backup, but not necessarily realistically. time my wife's gonna start calling me and bugging me. You need anything? You need anything? That kind of thing. And you know what I'm gonna tell her? I'm gonna tell her, give me some chicken. I want some chicken. Yeah, I pushed it. I normally like to run right around 200 or 45, or sorry, 90 gallons per hour with this airplane, and just try to conserve on fuel. But because of the crash at the start of this video, or all the way to the middle of this video, I decided to go ahead and push it as much as I can. I didn't want to go full throttle because I do have to keep my temperatures below 700, keep it in the green. Green meaning, to be clear, right? That's the RPM percentage for my temperature, or my ITT. There it is. You can see how I'm just under 700 Celsius. Trying to keep the temperatures in the green so I can get away with 50 gallons an hour. I can probably get away with a teeny bit more than that, but then I'm sacrificing in fuel consumption and fuel burn. My torque, this airplane, I haven't really been having any problems with torque issues. The torque will max out for a little bit, but then it'll go back, it will over torque it a little bit, it'll go right back down fairly immediately, so you don't really have to worry about that. So this airplane's really good about not over torquing. And I've been noticing a lot of PT6 equipped airplanes. What I mean by PT6 is this airplane, or this engine, the engine that you're staring at. Is a PT6, would be PT6 engine. In X-plane, there's only a handful of airplanes that are modeled that you can over-torque them and burn them up. Usually you just burn them up because you've got too much power going to it. It looks like my wife is walking in the door right now, so she didn't even bother to call me. She decided I'm just going to show up. So. Anyway, well, that's just the way it goes. I will just go quiet, go silent. I'll put on the raw text, which is right there like that. Now you see the sorry, no audio. And then I will make myself disappear. And I'll disappear my audio. So we're going to finish the rest of this flight with silence and land this airplane. So I definitely appreciate you all watching. And appreciate you sticking around, watching me land the airplane, because we're just going to go dark now, and I'll land this airplane here in about 20 minutes or so. So again, hopefully we'll get a crash desktop, so I appreciate it. And we are in, we did make it to Winslow, Arizona. We're progressing. Catch you guys.
Sedona weather. Wind light and variable. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 24. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3012. Sedona weather. Wind light and variable. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 24. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3012. Sedona weather. Wind light and variable. Visibility more than 10. sky clear, temperature 24, dew point -2. Altimeter 3012.
Somebody is disconnected.